just an amazing thing to be here as an alum and stand in front of you and start this journey with this group of athletes that are hungry and ready for more. And I stepped on campus just kind of on a whim in October and saw the team practice and immediately wanted more. And having the opportunity to be the leader of that group is pretty amazing. And I'm excited for what that means. You know, there's a big responsibility there, but I think with the work ethic that I have, that they have, the recruits coming in have, and what my staff would be, I'm expecting big things. And yeah, there's just a lot of people I want to thank, but I like quotes, but this one resonated with me this morning, actually, when I woke up. Big opportunities come from doing small things with a big dose of passion, love, purpose, and excellence. That's from John Gordon. But I'm excited for what the future is, and it starts today. I'd like to thank Gene Smith, Janine Oman, and the athletic leadership of Ohio State for giving me this opportunity. Here we go. My family, you get one Flynn, you get them all. Thank you for being here, including the honorary Flynn, Kelly, for being here. Laurie grew up with Kelly, the softball coach, back at Baldwin High School, and I'm excited to be able to work alongside her because she was a role model for me, as well as my sister growing up. Steve, you pushed me to attempt to get this job, and I'm forever grateful because my goal is to empower young females to be ready for what's next. And he said, well, why aren't you doing it? You're doing it with club, but why not do it at your alma mater? So thank you for pushing me, and I'm ready to give back again at a different level. My kids, you're awesome. Thank you for being along with this ride that you have no idea what's going to happen, but you're excited. You're learning some cheers. You're wearing the colors. Cass is really fired up about that Buckeye necklace, but just glad you're here, part of this journey. My teammates and the alum, Nikki's one of them. She's here today. You'll meet a couple more later, but another one of my missions is to connect the old with the new, and I just think it was something missing, even from our days. We kind of knew faces, but we didn't know names, we didn't know stories, and I think it's part of that tradition that I'd like to bring it all together. I've some mentors who've become great friends of mine that I've talked to throughout this process, and I wouldn't do them justice without saying their names. So Jim Stone, obviously being one of them, started my career here, but has been just a sounding board for a lot of things, and had the opportunity to work with him this past summer. So him, Kevin Hambley, who's the head coach at Stanford, we rebuilt a culture at Illinois together, and I learned a lot from him, how to do that the right way and treat people the right way. And I hope to do that here, following his footsteps in terms of those things. And Salima Rockwell, she played at Penn State. She actually is from from Pittsburgh. Sorry, Penn Hills High School. But from Pittsburgh, she's one of those people that I would like you guys to get to know too as athletes, because she's one of those female, strong type people that you want to get to know and have in your corner, and she's absolutely my corner. So thank you for those three. And really, Janine talked about thinking out of the box, and this is somewhat out of the box hire, and thank you for taking a chance on me. But I think with that, like the passion you talked about and the passion that you guys have, it's going to be a great team, and I'm excited for what this future is going to be. So go Bucks.
I will open the floor up for questions. We have 2 mics on both sides of the room.
Coach, I'll get it started. Obviously, you know everything about Ohio State. You were here, but things that weren't here, the Cavelli Center, Shoemaker, facilities like that, how big of a draw were those to you to get one back here and take this job?
Oh, the biggest. I mean, St. John Arena holds a lot of memories, a lot of tradition, but to go where we want to go, we need to compete with the best. And I think the athletes, the families that are looking to see what kind of support you have in a program, they're going to see that here. quickly as you walk in the door. You know, we don't have to hide anything behind, oh, we have a lot of tradition in this facility. We're going to build a lot of tradition in this facility. And so having the resources in order to have two centers like this right next to each other is really important for recruiting, but also gives our athletes a huge competitive advantage. I kind of still pinching myself a little bit every day as I wake up, but you know, I'm just really excited to start the journey.
So what do you hope to accomplish, like, your first couple weeks here, just being back?
Okay, Becca. I want to get to know you guys. You know, I feel like there's a lot I need to learn, and there's a lot of things that you need to learn about me, just as people. You know, the volleyball is important. It's going to be really important for us. But that's second to who we are as people and where we want to go and what kind of identity we want to create. So it's going to be about getting to know you and kind of understanding what that path is going to be this spring.
You inherit a talented but very young roster. Is that something that served as a plus for you when you were looking at this job, the chance to kind of develop a younger team?
You know, whether it was young or old, I'd be excited to work with the team. The fact that we had a younger team on the court last year, I think, is a huge benefit because they have that time in the Big Ten, in the biggest conference in the country. So that's exciting to me because they've gone through those battles, and again, like I said at the beginning, they're hungry for more. So I think it's a really good thing.
Have you met with players on the team yet? And if you have, what kind of sense are you getting from them?
I met with two during my interview process, and so we chatted a little bit about what they feel their culture is and where they want to go. But I have not met with the team yet. I've met a couple of them today, and we will meet later tonight. But I think they're just ready. They're ready to make an impact. They're ready to start a legacy that people will follow in and get back to the national spotlight. And I'm excited to be a part of that with them.
What does it mean to you to be the first female head coach of the program in nearly 4 decades?
Well, that's just a short amount of time. I think it says a lot for what this administration is looking for and is excited about. When Jeannie and I talked the first time, she talked about what the vision is for this program, and they want somebody to lead them as a role model. And you know, empowering athletes is something that I feel like I'm good at and I have done for a while. So to do it as an alumni, but also a female in this profession in a world that is very competitive, I think is pretty special. And so, you know, I look to embrace that role model position for this group of ladies.
Coach, over here to the left, with such a young team and such a strong conference, probably arguably the strongest volleyball conference in the country, what are your expectations for this year?
I mean, I want to get to the tournament. I think they were a couple wins away last couple years. You know, when I came in, they had 4 matches left. You had to win 2 of them, and you were on that path, and it was certainly possible. So it's not like we're starting at 0. It's not like we don't know what things are about in the conference. You know, we certainly do. So yeah, I want to get back to the tournament, and I think if we're doing what we need to do in the conference, we can make a run.
Coach, if you're asked to give an elevator pitch to a recruit on why Ohio State, what's your quick elevator pitch to why being a Buckeye is the best choice for them?
Because I did it, and it's awesome. No, it's that simple. You know, it's the tradition, it's the people. I think, you know, talking to the recruits that are coming in, they're all bought into each other. Having the experience of playing in the most competitive conference, going to school at Ohio State, and coming out with a great career. I feel like there's so much that people don't know about Ohio State. You know, obviously there's storied programs in the university, and I think it's time that volleyball is one of them as well.
Where has the program changed, and where has it stayed the same from your time here 20 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, a lot has changed. You know, St. John Arena, we're not there anymore. We have some air conditioning, which is exciting for them. You know, so we can't say we're going to sweat through this one. Hopefully we're sweating, but we're also going to be cooled down. You know, I think our experience, we had really good resources back when I played. We chartered, we ate well, we We did the things that a good program does, but it's just all those things, those little things that add up that are going to make it different. But in terms of recruiting those athletes that are tough and want to get after it, I think that's the same. Just now, let's go win with those athletes. Let's figure out ways to win.
What went through your head when you found out that you were going to get to come back to Columbus, but this time as the head coach here?
I was driving back from an interview, and I was talking to Steve on the phone, and Janine had called in, and I said yes, and I hung up the phone, and I think I cried, and then I screamed, which I never do in my car, like, woo, and then I was like, what am I doing? And then I feel like I was flooring it, and then slowing down and flooring it, but it was excitement and joy and, responsibility, but I'm fired up to work with you guys and see where we can go as a group.